play quite a few times, especially in GTS, and that Etalus is ridiculous.
Got you. So this is actually for quite a bit. Instead of getting knocked out of losers and potentially just losing the entire tournament, you could just make winners top 8, get just that much closer to the top 4, which gets paid out.
As you mentioned, Nicole, and just like that, CheesyPotato actually trying to get some stuff going as we're going to Julesvale this time. And we're seeing that Ripplay is definitely trying to get their inner Bankai and move around, but CheesyPotato is not going to let up as we see the fair combination and then the charge actually getting that Galaxy for them.
Yeah, she's very, very good at edge guarding Etalus from what I've seen. Very comfortable throwing, as you can see on the right side of the stage right now, that pillar out there just allows her to kind of follow Etalus into the air and get up there just like that, right at the top of the blast zone, dying. I believe Ripplay was only at 60%, 60 to 80, which is not a percent you want to be dying at as Etalus.
And good recognition done by CheesyPotato, and an even better cast by Miko predicting that up air right as it was going to happen. Great showing from my commentator partner right there, and next, so many rocks, and so many tools onto CheesyPotato's disposal.
Ooh. Rare SD, you don't see Kragg's SDing a lot, but it does happen from time to time. Ripplay able to parry that down special, very good recognition. On occasion, it can be difficult to parry, like there, where it's kind of like coming up on you, but it has a bit of a lingering hitbox that's, you can kind of run up and just parry, like it's Orcane Bubbles, we'll say. It's similar in that kind of sense. So it can be a very good parry to get. It puts Kragg in a decent amount of hit stun, or parry stun, sorry. And you get punished like this on him. There it is.
Look, doing a really good job right there, using those icicles to actually set up the back air right at the end. Actually trying to recover safely, and they were going to go for the up air, as you mentioned beforehand, but this time actually manages to block it. A good parry on right there. Need to be careful. Actually went for everything Ripplay did. Unfortunately, CheesyPotato moves a little bit to the side and takes away that first game. Now, do keep in mind this was a last stock situation, but there was a little bit of a flub when it came to CheesyPotato right at the middle of the set. As we're going into game 2 for the forest floor.
Fourth floor, pretty good stage for Etalus in the sense that his icicles can very easily cover the stage, but he still has the platforms on the side to kind of play with when it comes to recovering or edge guarding or kind of mixing up his options. So that's probably why we're seeing Ripplay come here, as well as the fact that the top blast zone is pretty low, and a lot of the time you'll see Etalus going for things like dash attack into Dacus or just raw Dacus in neutral to kill their opponent. CheesyPotato showing us the low top blast zone using up air at only 100% on Etalus.
So far so good for Cheesy, but an interesting option that Ripplay is going for right as they are in the air. They know that the charges are going to come out, so they're using the armor of the fair to actually avoid getting that hit stun. So that's one of the options that they're definitely trying to go for as much as possible. But Cheesy is not letting up with Etalus recovery, which some consider to be one of the worst recoveries in the game, just because it goes all the way up and it doesn't really give Etalus that many options when it comes to lateral movement.
Yeah, a lot of characters in this game will have like two options. One that sends them upwards pretty well and one that sends them sideways pretty well. But Etalus kind of only has that up special that goes straight up. And while he is projectile invincible, like you can't hit him while he's rising, he is still very vulnerable to other attacks afterwards or even during if you decide to go out for like just a raw fair.
Yeah, getting a little bit of difficulty this time. CheesyPotato just putting up the wall, trying to make that Etalus just not be able to recover, just demoralizing Ripplay in that way. The shots are gonna get parried for that time, the icicle shards that is.
Yeah, Ripplay actually did a pretty good job there of kind of sliding off that platform on the right side, canceling the parry stun, but CheesyPotato was extra ready, kind of like 5 moves ahead, playing chess against checkers, and covers it with the upstrung either way.
The survivability by CheesyPotato as well, already up to 232%. See Ripplay, maybe they can get at least one. Actually trying to go for the cheeky fair, but it's not gonna miss. It's not gonna hit the mark. So 241%. Give me one. No! Actually going down tilt right at the at the up special. Actually going for down tilt that time. So a 3 stock win for CheesyPotato, surviving almost at 250%.
Yeah, that's what makes her so dangerous is when you're playing against CheesyPotato, she kind of just manages to live because she'll put that rock on a platform and she will tech off of it regardless of what you say. You can break it, but she'll grab another one by the time you're done breaking it and just throw it on the platform and live to 240% for fun. So
The defense